really hard. The first day I came here, I told my family I want to go back. I'm done. I don't want to do it.
I was like beyond terrified the first day of school. I grew up in Westchester, Ohio. So my home school is Lakota West. I've gone there my whole life. I was terrified to go to Butler Tech.
I had a couple people were like, don't do music, there's no jobs in music. That happened, for sure. Well, I had a friend named Cody who went here a couple years ago, graduated like 2 years ago. He played drums, so he did like the same program. And that was what I wanted. I wanted to go play music, because that would have given me something to like be excited about.
My sister does web design, and she went to Butler Tech first. I want to be an animator when I grow up, so when I saw that graphic design could lead me to my animation path, I was like, I have to do this.
I had to realize, I kept telling myself, I was like, everyone is in this with you. Like, nobody's coming here with their people they've been going to school with for a long time.
Everybody chose to come here. It was a choice. You didn't have to come. It builds you in a different way than a regular school does. That was one of my biggest things, the reason why I came here, because I'm still getting done what I have to in school. I can still graduate with a diploma, but I'm also getting all this real world help, which I would have never got that at my home school.
It's so cool. Like I played on stage this morning for people. Like I do stuff like that all the time. I love it.
Some students come to escape out of frustration for the system that they've been in. We talk a lot about what is your why. They're looking for an opportunity to discover their why. What is it they want to do? Why do they want to do it? And how does it connect their head and their heart to what it is that they believe is their purpose in life? When you come here and you apply for Butler Tech, we don't look at grades. We don't look at discipline data of our students. Really what we look for is, do you have the grit and tenacity and do you desire it? And that, for us, is a greater sign of intelligence and a greater predictor of success in Butler Tech than grades or discipline data or attendance rates, any of those factors that the system defines as success or failure.
So basically this is Ife right here, and this is gonna be her little brother, Seye, Naoki Watanabe. These are the enemies, Bridget Duval and Maria Gonzalez. Sassy and they're really mean. You start at the side, you go 3/4 view, and then you go to the front because you're showing your character turning from the side to the front. So you want to show them in different angles so I have a reference on how to do it.
I feel like the diversity we have in shows is not nearly enough. I'm so sick and tired of all these reboots. Everything's rebooted, and I feel like that's killing creativity. I want to see something new. I want to see diversity, and I want people to see that they are important. I want people to see their race in a way that they've never seen them before. I've never done full-fledged animation yet, but I have been definitely drawn them on paper about how I want it to go, but I haven't fully committed to finishing it. But I'm coloring. Drawing the comic is the easy part, and then getting to move is the hard part. My awesome goal for animation this year is make an animation that is fully 3 minutes by myself, colored, at least base colors, and has a vision. I keep telling myself I can do it.
be an adult. Typically we define that by success, and we define that by financial success in America. This generation of students, they are discovering for themselves what it means to be successful. I think a lot of times we tell students to chase success. More often, I think we ought to be telling students to find significance for what it is that they do.
Today we wrote our 30-second elevator speech. That's a plus. So we have a PowerPoint. It's like a little picture, and it's like an ear with the line through it, so it's like the universal symbol for death. And then I'm gonna say that, and then we're gonna click the slide, and it's gonna be like, gym-proof hearing aids. Quavo, stop taking a video of me. So sophomore year, I took ASL and I fell in love with the language. I'm highly involved in the deaf community. I want to be an ENT when I grow up, and then I want to specialize in cochlear implant surgeries. My partner and I are making a gym-proof hearing aid because you don't think about it, but if you get sweaty, that hearing aid just plops right off and you can't hear anything. My goal this year is to hopefully get a prototype by middle of the year of my hearing aid, have somebody realize the potential our design has to see it be used and help people. So we have one, and I took silicone and molded it on the back of the hearing aid, and it stayed on, which is freaking fantastic because that's the whole goal. And then Gabe's making a prototype of a wire that'll come and wrap around the ear. He hasn't created it yet, but he's gonna test that this week since we have to present this Thursday.
Right now it's in that ISO, which is different.
Mr. Anderson, he's taught me a lot of things over the past year. I mean, he's usually working on $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 jobs, so he knows what it takes to get out there and sell in big jobs and draw them up. I always did a couple jobs here and there on my own, but most of the time I was just working for my dad. And my dad's always owned his own thing, so the beginning of last year was the time when I finally just said it's time to go on my own and just took it and ran with it. And that's it. I don't know if we have to put the one across the street from Patrick or not, but I think we do. Right now, we're doing a lot of lawn maintenance, doing about 75 yards a week. From here on out, I want to try to stay more out of the lawn maintenance. I don't want to do that no more, really. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. Just kind of getting to the point where, especially with being here at Butler Tech, I've learned so many more things that I feel like I can go make a lot more money in. And I want to be in tree work, I want to be in fertilization and everything, which I want to do everything right from the start. I would say my 5-year goal is making $250,000 to $500,000. Send a crew out to go mow and I can go work on landscaping. I want to be moved out of my parents' house by then and be out on my own and hopefully have a shop and everything, if not just a house with a garage and everything like that. I just don't think that a school should be somewhere where you go and sit in the classroom all day and learn the same repetitive things over and over again. At Butler Tech, it's more like a one-on-one experience, so you get to build a relationship with your teachers. They help you out with other things other than just school. I just saw a better opportunity here. I could go to school and still do something I love every day.
On Saturday, we're going to Hamilton and we're going to play Operation Pumpkin. We're going to do a flash mob version of I've Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. I'm excited. I like being able to go out and perform, yeah. This is the first rehearsal with the dancers because I've done it with like the vocalist and stuff. This was the first like full rehearsal of it.
You want to so depressing.
It looks like you hate it. If you're not smiling and not moving, it looks like you're miserable. You gotta move. How about this? 1, 2, 7. Hey, that's what ZZ Top would do. You know who that is? ZZ Top. They would be playing, looking like they were completely disconnected from each other, and then all of a sudden both of them would go like that, perfectly the same. And the audience goes wild, because, you know, what an amazing thing.
It was really hard for me to play instruments in front of people at first, but then I just did it and it got really, like, a lot easier after I did it the first time. I've sung in front of like my friends and stuff, but not like an audience really. I've never done that. I really want to write and like record and like put out a whole EP like this year. That's something I've been thinking about for like a really long time. I like doubt a lot of my own like decisions and stuff with music. I think that might be like one of the hardest parts, is like trying to convince myself that what I'm doing is good and people hopefully like it.
It generally will be an expectation when they get into the business world that what you know and how you grow as an employee and how you get better and how you make your organization better is that you need to share the information, you need to share your knowledge and understanding, and you need to learn about how you learned. We do want them to experience failure. It is a part of the learning process. It's a part of growing and developing, wanting to grow and develop in what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life. You have to experience failure. If you haven't experienced failure before, you really haven't gone beyond what you thought your limits were. That is basically what the Student Showcase is about.
I'm really excited and nervous at the same time.
Like, what are people gonna say? What people don't like it, what are people gonna say about it?